So a bit of a big game coming up against Napoli today. Need to make sure phone's ringing again. It's Andre Shitty Joe. We've not spoken to him for a while. Andre, how you doing, man? Good to speak to you. Yeah, I'm well. You've got some news. You reckon I could become the new Scotland manager anytime soon? I mean, I think you're off on one there because, Steve Clarke's been in charge for years and years and years, and he's not looking like he's going to get sacked anytime soon. Leave it to you? I mean, I would leave it to you, Andre, but surely you can't get me the Scotland job. It's already trending on the One Football app, the best football app out there to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news, scores and updates from around the world. I mean, One Football is very reputable. I like to go there for all my news and transfer information, but I'll be honest, I think this one could be a bit far-fetched. Just leave it to you. Just make sure everyone downloads the app for free from a top line of the description for free. Okay, I mean, if they can do that, that'd be great. It helps me and my channel out massively. But I think you're one step too far here, Andre. I don't think this is possible. Anyway, we'll talk to you later on. Cheers, Andre. Surely not. Surely Andre can't make me the Scottish manager. Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode. And nothing yet about being Scotland manager. Nothing's come through about that. So I'm not quite sure what Andre is on about, but he usually has a little plan going on somewhere. Anyway, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave some comments down below as we are about to take on Napoli in the Champions League first knockout round, second leg. The fans are feeling very confident. Of course, we won the first leg in yesterday's episode 3-1, which is fantastic. Also, last episode, we discussed that I'm dropping part-time at work to do more of this. I'm slowly transitioning to become, hopefully, a full-time content creator at some point, which is mental, but there were plenty of lovely comments on yesterday's video, so thank you very much. Massively appreciate that. And also, massively appreciate all the support you guys dropped on Patreon as well. A good few people signed up there, so thank you very much. So, Stephen, James, Josh, Bryce, Akshay, Bloodart, and Jay, thank you ever so much for your contributions. It is massively appreciated and really goes to help support the channel. And Jay has also claimed Daniel Polenta, who will be joining us soon, and he's set his nickname, or new name I should say, to Reyes de Souza, which is quite a nice one to say for a change, so thank you very much. Anyway, since you guys were last here for that Napoli win, we've beaten Motherwell 4-0, Varela scoring all 4 of the goals. We beat Hibs in the Scottish Cup quarter-final with, again, a 3-1 victory, and then we only just managed to beat Hamilton last time out with a 1-0 win thanks to a Cavalcanti penalty. Tonight, though, that is going to change massively. We're going to absolutely batter Napoli, fingers crossed at least. And this is the team that is going to be doing it. Peter in goal with a backline of Van Steen, Demancic, Sandro and De Klerk. Damalumpa and Sissoko start in the middle with Bryce Delaney out wide. We've got Jan Cavalcanti through the middle, Lassialian on the right, and then Varela leading the line. Also worth remembering that Rangers are 3-0 down to Borussia Dortmund, so it looks like they will be going out of the competition. Also, in terms of the Europa League, I should probably say as well, Celtic are in the second knockout round now because the Europa League and Europa Conference League don't quite match up with the Champions League. Hearts, unfortunately, as we suspected, lost to Tottenham in that first knockout round, but Celtic are now in the second knockout round and they currently are 2-1 down to Hoffenheim. However, Hibs are having a fantastic Europa Conference League. They're in the second knockout round and currently winning 2-0. So as kickoff is upon us, we've got a night in Naples, which I've just realised is a lie. It's not. I thought we were playing away. We played away last episode, didn't we? So it's not a night in Naples. It's a night in Aberdeen, which we're very used to because we play here an awful lot. My plan was to call tonight's episode a night in Naples. I thought it was quite a good alliteration, but it can't. I'm going to call it that anyway. It will be called a night in Naples, I've decided, because I can't think of a better title for the episode. But do know, we're not playing in Naples. Straight away, Rangers have managed to get a goal against Borussia Dortmund, but have been pegged back, as you can see. So it's 4-1 to Dortmund. They've got 3 away goals to their name, so needs to be a big result, obviously, right now for Celtic. They need to score 3 more in the second half. We need to try and score 1, though, as Bryce Delaney does get that goal. Brilliant. Usually, when I say something, the opposite happens, or when I say, let's score a goal, no, oh, no. It still happens. Every time I say something positive, like let's score a goal, we still manage to not score goals and mess it up. That was, yeah, it was a bit offside, to be fair. Just a little bit, but doesn't count. In the meantime, it looks like another highlight just before half-time for Napoli, although we are pressing high and forcing them back as Demancic wins the ball at the midfield of the pitch into Bryce Delaney on my left-hand side, who just had his goal ruled out. And that was not going to be a goal. I was about to literally start celebrating and say he's got an assist, though he's not. Half time then, 0-0, which is absolutely fine with us because, of course, we are 3-1 up on aggregate. So whilst we are struggling to score in this game, Dortmund are not struggling to score. It looks like the end of the road for Rangers in European football this season, which is not great for us. It also looks like PSG are going to knock out Bayern, which is not ideal as well. We need, ideally, in the quarterfinals, we need to play against PSG and we need to beat them. I think that might be the only way we're going to get ahead of them in the coefficient rankings, the French visit this season. As this game has been incredibly boring, nothing happening at all. Watch them score a goal now, I say this. I can't believe it. Why am I literally a prophet when it comes to saying goals are going to go in? Only for the opposition though, never for us. Only for the... And when it is for us, they're offside. Well, this is a bit of a warning sign, I must say. We've gone through 3-2 on aggregate, but I think over those two legs, Napoli may have deserved it more. I think we may have been outplayed a little bit in both legs. We've just got the quality in our team to make sure we can get the job done. That's... I don't know. We should be worried a little bit. We should be a little bit worried, I think. But we should not be worried about our financial situation. Another £8.6 million to add to the budget. You'll love to see it. Next up, though, is a game against Dundee. Now, I want to do Dundee again on an episode because they almost embarrassed us last time we played them on an episode. They're bottom of the table, have been all season, and yet we only just secured a 3-2 victory over them. We need to show them that we're actually the boss. Of course, to do that, we're not going to put out our first choice team because that'd be stupid. Don't do that, Tom. We'll put the second team out. But I still think, you know, we need to show them that we are not to be messed with. Right, so let's go and manage and pick the second team, which is looking very nice. Marcelo Gil in goal, Jem Finley, Admilson, Tigger McLumper fielding, Medina, Alavio, Lacruz, Thad McRae, Westerland, and Evie D. Cath Ferreira, or Evie Cath D. Ferreira. I tried to say it too quickly then and it all came out wrong. But that's the team. And this is the team that I think played last time against Dundee and got embarrassed a little bit by them. They need to go and grab the game by the scruff of the neck. And if they don't, they're all getting released. But it's also a good chance to see some of our young Scots playing in the team. And when I say young Scots, it's Thad McRae and Aaron Fielding. I think they're the only two Scots in the team at the moment, in this one at least. And if Andre Shitty-Gel is right in thinking that I could become the Scotland manager at some point, we do need to start thinking about what players do we want in this Scottish team. And it also involves scouting Dundee a little bit as well, because surely they must have a bit of Scottish talent in there, although maybe not their goalkeeper, because they just conceded this great goal from Alavio. He just breezes past for defenders, and how the keeper's being beaten there, I do not know. But we definitely know that the Dundee keeper, if he's Scottish, is not going to be in the Scottish national team, particularly with more mistakes like that. Oh, I don't know. I think he's off on one. I don't think we're going to get it. I mean, why would they sack their manager, who has had a fantastic 10 years with Scotland, doing really well? Why would they want to change it? It just doesn't quite make sense to me, as their keeper's good at saving penalties. That's a positive for him. Or is it just a negative for Tigger McLumper, who just can't take penalties? I'm not quite sure why he was on it, to be fair, but he was on it, and Alavio can't score from another set. This keeper's good at set pieces. Not open play, but set pieces he's good at. And speaking of Scottish players, another one. Aaron Fielding is now injured. Fabrice de Klerk will come on. Unfortunately, he is not Scottish. If we got the Scotland job, I'd love to bring him into Scotland, but he plays a lot for Belgium. Does beg the question, though. I think a lot of our young players who are foreign, as Alavio scores a fantastic goal. I think a lot of our foreign players who are young take like 5 years to British nationality. So I don't think we'll be able to give like Brian Medina, for example, a game at Scotland because he's not been here for 5 years. Although players like Marcelo Gil, I don't think he's ever played for Brazil, and he must have been here long enough to gain British nationality. Could Marcelo Gil feature in a Scotland squad in the future at some point? Lacruz, has actually played for Spain, I believe, so actually no, he's only made one appearance for Spain, which is quite annoying. Just the one. Could have played for Scotland instead. But either way, we have just scored a 4th goal of the game. We are not embarrassing ourselves this time. We are making a mockery of Dundee. He's got under 20 caps for Brazil, Marcelo Gil. And needs, another 800 days. Okay, well, he's nowhere near to getting... Okay, that's not so good. Plans thwarted should we get a Scotland job in the future. Or unless we get it in 3 years' time, or 2 years' time, whatever 900 days is. About 2.5 years, I think, 900 days or so. But if we do get a Scotland job as... another player goes down in the area. This time Alavio is set to take the penalties. And he scores this one. But I'll stop talking about the Scotland job now because nothing's materialised. I'm just talking about it as if I'm going to get it. I might not get it. You never know what's going to happen. But the final word on that is that no Dundee players will be in my Scotland squad because, judging by this, they're all terrible. We only have 2 games of the regular season to go as Milson grabs a 6th goal in the game. You love to see it. Much better at scoring goals today than we were against Napoli. Although I guess Dundee and Napoli aren't quite comparable. But as I was saying, we've got 2 games left of the regular season after this one. And Celtic are not guaranteeing themselves a Champions League place. They're only 3 points clear of Hibs and I think 5 points clear of Hearts. A lot could change in the final stage of the season. Rangers are probably a little bit more secure in their Champions League place. They're second right now, and I think 5 points clear of Rangers, of Celtic, I should say, sorry. So Rangers are probably nailed on for second. But I think Celtic could slip up a little bit as we grab a 7th. You love to see it. Who scored this one? Westerland's, Medina. It's Alavio. I think that's Alavio's 4th of the game. He just loves playing football, Alavio, especially when he's captain. He's captain today, apparently, and he loves it. 4 goals, a 10 rating. You could not get better from him. In the meantime, will there be a consolation goal for not like that? There won't be, as the clerk picks up the empty ball there, just going straight to him. Dundee now got a man sent off. It's not been a day to remember for the bottom of the table team. Only 17 points this season. 4 games won, which is not bad. But they occupy the main relegation spot, whilst their big rivals, Dundee United, occupy the relegation playoff spot. Both Dundees could go down this season. But there we go, a big 7-0 victory. You love to see it. Now, let's go and see who we're going to get in the Champions League quarterfinals. Please let it be PSG. Speaking of European football, actually, I didn't even check. Did not even check to see what went on. If we scroll down into the Europa League, Hoffenheim have knocked Celtic out because it's Hoffenheim there, not Celtic. That's annoying. Hopefully Hoffenheim do us a favour and beat Marseille. We need them to lose. What was the final result in that one? Hoffenheim 3-2 on aggregate. Okay, hopefully Hibs have done us a favour. They go into the quarterfinals of the Europa Conference League against Feyenoord. I'm going to back them still. I reckon they could do that. You know who's leading the line for them this season? We spoke about it ages ago. Fox Anderson. He's leading the line for Hibs this season. 12 goals in the league in 17 appearances. 19 overall. How many in the Europa? 5 goals in the Europa League. He's doing it. Our boy Fox Anderson is doing it. We need to sign more 2.5-star quality players to then loan out to other Scottish clubs so they can actually do that again. Oh, youth intake day. Look how crap it is again. I don't get it. I know that we are essentially the best team in the world, right? And for us to have 5-star regens, they've got to be special now because, of course, this is, a comparison to our current team. These 3-star quality players here would have been 5-star players a few seasons ago, I'm sure. They're no good to us as 3-star. We need the 5-star. We've got better, but our youth intakes have not got better, which is rather frustrating. What is quite interesting, though, is that even though we just talked about having a rubbish youth intake, the under-19 squad, which is usually made up of our really terrible youth intake players, have just beaten PSG under-19s in the Champions League under-19s quarter-final. That's interesting. And what's left is Slavia Prague, Milan, Copenhagen and us. Surely we're favourites to win this, mate. Maybe Milan are, I don't know, but I'd like to think we are. We've never won it, and we've never been in the final, but maybe this is the time for our youngsters to step up. So congrats to them in their quarterfinal. That's big stuff. We, though, have a more important thing coming up, and that is the actual Champions League semi-final / quarter-final draw. So, Aberdeen, Dortmund, Liverpool, PSG, and as you can see, Barcelona, Juventus, Man United and Real Madrid left in this one. We really want to face PSG. That's what I want. Man United get Dortmund, so that's good for us. Aberdeen, right, give us PSG. Real Madrid. Okay, it's not quite PSG. That's a little annoying as they get drawn against Liverpool, which I imagine will be a win for PSG, if I'm honest with you. That's not so good. What I would like to see is us get them in the semi-final. So Liverpool or PSG, Juventus. We always seem to avoid PSG for the most part in the quarterfinals and semi-finals. We always seem to be in the opposite side of a draw to them. Well, we might just have to try and do it in the final then. Good news is, though, we are still ahead of them in coefficient points. It's tight, but we're still just ahead of them. We are 9 points behind both Italy and Germany, so no chance of catching those guys up this season, but it's looking close. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.